Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Who's there? Anyone here? Oh, okay. Hey there. Welcome to anyone who's here. Welcome Kusulan. Welcome TJ. Always the same people I can trust that they will be there. Very good. I'm growing a little audience. I got the feeling. Yeah, glad you guys are here. I already heard that this seems to be a banger chapter. So I guess I won't waste too much time and try to hop right into it. Every time I sip on that fucking bottle, people ask me what it is, and I'm gonna show it every time. It's simply cola. It's like a small German brand, but I really like it. It has some vitamin C added to it, so it's kind of like a little bit on the more lemon side, if you want like that, but it's really good. It's not eggnog, okay? Not sitting on eggnog. Yeah, it's always the same. I either drink tea, water, or cola. These three options. If you find me drinking anything else, then either there's a special occasion or I was so bored of the other three options that I had to get something different. That's correct, bruh. Where's Andy? That's a good question, but the thing is, Andy probably has not read the chapter yet, so I guess he will not attend. That's some dark eggnog. Yeah, yeah, the eggnog was already standing around for a bit, probably 3 or 4 years. It's like 1,000-year eggnog. You know these black eggs, the 1,000-year-old eggs or whatever they are called. Okay, whatever. Let's take a look at the chapter. I hope the music is fine. It should be at the same level as it always is. If it's too loud, then let me know. You're right, Andy's not a true one if he's not here. He should have already read this freaking chapter. Oh god. Oh, I'm totally not on Monster Energy, I swear. What is this? What? Was that note always there? From Oda, I attended one of Yumigi's live shows. Her music will whisk you away to another world. I was so moved. Oh. Music's good? Good. Okay, let's see. Chapter 1102, The Life of Kuma. Oh my god, it goes on! I swear, like, since 5 chapters or so, I was always like, oh, I don't think we get another flashback chapter. It goes on and on. Okay, so what do we see here? Like a hot dog eating contest with wolves? Bonnie not wanting to stuff her face, not waiting to stuff her face at a meal with a pack of wolves, who carefully built up a huge stash of hot dogs. You know, this how is this called? This factory band here? It just reminds me of the thing at the airport where the luggage is on, like the suitcases and all. Also, that wolf here, I don't know, he reminds me of Rady. Probably because of the sunglasses or the glasses or whatever that is. Okay. No doubt about it. Bonnie Komachi's here. Quit calling me by my name. I'm the captain, ain't I? Okay, captain then. It looks like there are marines here too. Though. Alright, man. The bunny pirates have arrived. This is so weird now knowing that like she's still that young child in a woman's body, leading a group of grown-up men. This is so wild. We've got orders to bring them in immediately. They say the last city they attacked was packed with injured seniors and even little children. Huh? They're the worst type of scum. Like, that's made up shit. Ark. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, packed with injured seniors and little children because she turned them into them. Baka. A big guy, yeah, I've seen him. He was on the outskirts of town. I can't see you, Bonnie, please. Oh my god.
Bro, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, can you hear me? Wait, can you hear me? Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there, Kuso. So,
Oh, hold on, let me mute you on the YouTube.
yeah, you will hear me double. This is fucked already. Like, she's so close to him and he just paws himself away?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Holy
sad, isn't it?
shit, oh my god. And the expression he has.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's interesting when we see him, in the past, um, in relation to when we see him with like
yeah,
straw hats. I didn't realize it was his glasses at the time.
yeah,
Like I thought he just looked like a mechanical creature or something, I don't know.
yeah,
But it's just his glasses, eh?
true. Why is TJ asking if I can hear him? Stop trolling, TJ, okay? I can't see you, please, Bonnie, understand. It's hard to believe you became a pirate of all things, but you mustn't chase after me. Plop. Where the hell did he go? We've already been dubbed pirates. We may as well keep searching, even if it takes a while, right, Captain? Oh boy. If we're gonna take it slow, then I wanna look for Nika too. Imagine Daddy's face when I tell him I found Nika at so-and-so island. Don't you think he'll be thrilled? Oh my god. Meanwhile, in
Yeah.
the East Blue, having crushed the victorious fishermen of the Ardong pirates. Alrighty, I got the bounty. Stuart Luffy has stepped into the spotlight. Oh my god. Usopp being happy about his fucking head in the background.
Remember when he bragged to like Sanji and Zoro
Yeah,
and
oh
stuff?
my god, that's so good. Hey there, SSJB Cody. Welcome. Marth the Goat, you say? I like that. More people should say that. Even though it's not true. You're
Yeah,
going
the
to
goat,
look.
man.
Thanks. You're going to Loketown? What for? No particular reason. Who's in charge there? That be Captain Smoker. Ah. Jinbei. Guess whose kid brother is on this bounty poster? A bird like this took down Arlong? That's right, he's my kid brother.
Isn't this really cute though? Like we're seeing like a different sort of camera angle of all that we've kind of seen before, and we see Ace again, just like
Yes,
I don't know, he's so proud of his like little brother.
it's also weird to like in the last chapter already with Jinbei being there with Blackbeard and all that, and now that again.
Yeah, it's weird, eh? Like obviously Ace has passed away already, but it's nice to see him again and again,
Yeah.
just here and there.
What a curious twist of fate, Dragon. You think your boy would become a pirate. Here are your ironclad rules of piracy. Plunder whatever you want in break from bad guys. Rob them blind and don't help a soul. In brackets, unless they really need it. Not a soul. Yes, that's it. That's exactly how you put on lipstick. Great, I'm totally a grown up now. Oh my god. I also put this on. Daddy might not even recognize me without something on my cheek. Next, I just gotta take a name for myself that'll get his attention. Oh my god. Wait, what are these? Haha, okay, they're just laughing. Okay.
Oh, in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that one of the symbols coming out of it is like a little sun symbol, eh?
Yeah, I was confused at first, but yeah, it says like ha ha ha, so I guess.
Yeah. Also, I think that symbol that looks like a sun next to Gilgil, I think
Yeah,
it's usually shown when
when
someone is
people are
drunk.
drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Eka, New World. This is unsettling. You think so? Their progression is going as smoothly as your own modifications. Never mind that, though. Did you hear the news? Apparently, some rookies declared war on the world government. What? Dragon has a son? Why is everyone so surprised about this?
I guess no one really knows about it, right? Even
Yeah,
Eva-chan didn't really know.
true. If I'm going to let you study all my memories, there's no point in trying to hide it. A man with rubber power standing up to the government, what a quirk of fate. He sounds just like my idol Nika. Pepepe, that's true. Wait, is that how...
I know, I was a bit surprised as well. That's how Vegapunk laughs.
That's almost like fucking Foxy. Pwe, 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 pwe.
Yuck.
I'm still torn. I really want to do the Foxy theory, the fun one, but I think
I think you should do it.
yeah, but I have to make a serious one before, or otherwise I might anger my audience. I can already see people like, why did I watch this shit? He doesn't even mean it. It's like pi pi pi. Like the number pi. I get you, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
you're
is it
right.
actually?
Oh, pi pi pi.
Oh.
Why did they write PPP then?
Yeah, I want to see what the official translations are actually.
Yeah, you should look that up.
Because if it was PPP, that would sound
Yeah, that would make
A
more
like
sense. Yeah.
baby bird, but it would also sound like buttons being pressed in Japanese.
I mean,
Like,
you pronounce P also like P in German, so so that would probably make sense to write it in English with an E, PPP. Yeah,
yeah.
I think Cody's
So a
right.
couple of interesting things here though with the panels. We're seeing the egghead is starting to be built more as well. Like it's getting more complete.
Yeah,
But also the fact that Vegapunk and Kuma is kind of like they're whispering. I
yeah,
wonder if they've been like sort of, whispering here and there,
yeah.
planning something. Do you normally discuss things along the way, or do you just read through first and then talk
Oh,
about it
it's
later?
alright. We can discuss along the way. I was just thinking about it. Said, um, yeah, my brain can't handle many things at once. So sorry if I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
respond.
no, it's your stream, man.
Yeah.
You do what you need to do.
Okay. Furthermore, Grand Line. The government has given me special orders to wipe you all out. That said, I'm sure they'd be satisfied if I only brought them straw hat. Luffy said, "Hand them over, and I spare your lives. Go to hell." What a shame. Versus shock. Luffy is the man who will become king of the pirates. If you truly mean to take his place, you must be willing to bear all his pain and suffering yourself. This much damage might be enough to even knock me out. He has exceptional friends, just as I'd expect of your son, Dragon. Near the Sabaody archipelago. How the fuck do we pronounce it anyway? Archipelago? Archipelago, yeah. We are calling in all 7 warlords of the sea. If you refuse to come, you'll be forfeiting your little title. Oh, yeah, it's written. Okay, it's very
It's
small.
really small. Yeah.
And I'm old, as you mentioned. Hey
You're
there,
fulfilling your little what?
hey there, power plays.
PP.
Power plays. Power. Do I pronounce it right? Power plays.
Power plays.
Power. Pervert? No, power.
No, not pervert, bro.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah,
in
it's not
trouble.
pervert plays.
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Kaya already read this. Quite a statement. What's the occasion? The flag bearer of the new era, Portgas DA's, his public execution date has been set. This will mean war with the Whitebeard pirates. War with the Whitebeard? I will be sure to arrive before the execution date. Sabaody Archipelago. Where's my food? I'm wasting away here. Okay, yeah, we already know that scene. Pizza, bring me more now. What a spoiled bitch. Captain, the Navy will take notice if you keep causing a scene. This is the last time I see your face become a truly Indomitable. What the fuck's to the? There's lots of
Indomitable is like
very many complicated words there.
undefeatable.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second last one the second last one pronunciation is okay. All right, Power Blaze, I get you.
Power plays.
That pirate just hit a celestial dragon. They sent a warship from Navy headquarters. That's the human. Okay, so that was the reason why he was around. So he was just stalking her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bit creepy.
lucky coincidence for the Straw Hats, right? Someone attacked the celestial dragon. Who would dare to do that? The whole world knows that's taboo. And we're so close to Navy headquarters too. It's practically suicide. Them again. The Straw Hat Pirates. I can see Charles being fucking squashed enough. There should be more scenes like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, absolutely. We want the close-ups.
Yeah. He did
The
it to protect the
full-page panel.
fishman, Straw Hat Luffy. No one has done anything this bold for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's treason. A Chopper almost looks a little bit more like the old Chopper in this panel. But just a bit.
Just a bit. Hopefully Oda's bringing him back.
I doubt it, but would be cool. Dragon Iverchan, I hope you can forgive me. Stop PX1. What? Another one? Zoro. Plop. I didn't mean to desert you without a word. At least I can leave my own quiet mark on the world. Through Bonnie and this young boy, their future will be the only legacy I leave behind. I couldn't save any of them. You've got it wrong. I'm just showing you the level you have to be in the world. You and your friends just aren't ready. Oh my god, that face of Luffy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't go there yet. After all, you will someday save the world. See, I told you. I mean, not like you said was not so, but I told all the guys, like, when he said, what were we discussing about? When they saw, like, him seeing Luffy for the first time on Goa, right?
Hmm.
They were like, yeah, and then and I was like, he saw Luffy there and the rubber paws and all that, and he made up his mind about him. That's exactly the reason we see now. I mean, it was obvious, but it seems not for some people.
Oh, was it not?
I guess some people didn't really catch that. Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it clearly did seem like Kuma knew
Yeah.
something, at least, right?
yeah.
Or was guessing that there was something there.
It
Man,
starts.
but Oda is such a goat when
Yeah,
it comes to, like,
totally.
just expressions.
Yeah.
And he's gotten better over the years as well.
Yep. True. Thank God I already know this scene. You don't want to tear up on stream, right? Install a self-destruct mechanism. Are you really that terrified of Kuma? Don't complain. Isn't his terrifying status as a human weapon you're doing? But you five already have the highest priority in the command hierarchy. And if he were to somehow go rogue, when not in our presence, how would anyone else stop him? Do not answer. I'm not interested in the opinions of a scientist for hire. Wow.
Yeah,
In
well,
exchange for me doing that, let me keep just a touch of his ego intact. I've invented a circuit for the brain that allows one to switch between two states of consciousness, akin to split personality. If you allow me to test it, I've given the order, Vegapunk. Oh, so he totally built in that switch,
mm.
right? He
Which,
was
the
he was
self-destruct?
no the other thing.
Oh, the other one. Yeah, probably, right?
I pretty much
Maybe secretly.
I think he was like, you know what, you motherfuckers, I do it anyway.
I mean, unless that's more foreshadowing for how the satellites came to be,
yeah, probably.
but I'm not sure. I mean, it does seem strange when Kuma was climbing up the red line, for example, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still in a way conscious. Why do I
Yeah.
look so fat today?
I'm sorry?
No, I look kind of chonkers today. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe
Uh,
you have the wrong dimensions for your video.
yeah, maybe. Or I'm just fat. Erase
I mean, you are
his.
drinking.
Okay, yeah. Go down that route if you want, sure.
I stopped myself. I stopped myself.
Erase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remains. You won't be forgiven if you don't. Remember, I too am a man of science. Any attempts to deceive me will fail. Ha!
See, that was surprisingly, like, I didn't realize he actually was a scientist. Like, obviously, he's got the title of
Yeah,
the defense, what is it, science defense, or whatever.
yeah,
But I thought maybe it was just the title, but he's actually a scientist.
yeah, or he's like long retired or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we do that, Kuma won't get to reunite with Bonnie at all. It's good to know how you feel, Vegapunk. What? I didn't think you'd be able to overhear. Weren't you the one who gave me superhuman hearing? Alright then, today's the day. We erase your sense of individuality. Kuma, it's only been 2 years, but it was fun. Hehe, I suppose it was. Hmm. It's looking like your first assignment will be a battle with the Whitebeard Pirates. I've been asked to prepare a battalion of your clone soldiers for that too. Once that's over and done with, there's something I'd like you to program me to do. Protect the ship of the destroyed pirates? Just until one of them returns, I'd like to be a stubborn guardian for their home, since I won't be able to witness their continued growth. What kind of future are you dreaming up for that boy? His actions have really moved me. I know Nika is meant to be a legend, but it'd be great if there really was a warrior out there putting smiles on faces using the Ribbon of Liberation, the ribbon I taught Bonnie. And if there's a hero out there that will change these seas one day, I believe it'll be him. There you go.
Mm.
A revolutionary placing their hopes on a pirate, eh? Yup. You're back in quite the dark horses. PPP. PPP. That unorthodox thinking is proof of your humanity. Alright, before we begin, remember to push out those memories for my research. A promise is a promise after all. Does this effectively erase your memory? Oh, now we get the answer to that. No, think of it as a copy. It will disappear when it's touched though. Oh, so it disappeared after body touched it.
Yeah.
Don't fret, I've designed a system that will allow me to take peeks without touching it. What? Place it in there.
Do you think he's made a copy of that copy?
Yeah, I just wonder how, like, this is kind of wild to me because I wonder how would he do that without like testing that before? Like, how can he be so sure that he can peek in there without? I mean, obviously it's the first time he does this, right?
Yeah. I mean, because it's only possible with Kuma's ability,
Yeah,
so it is a bit weird.
but whatever. It's
Yeah,
a
he's
it's a
smart.
little plot hole maybe. Okay, it's just another procedure. I have to be clinical about this. I'm a scientist after all. So this is my life. Hoppla. Oh, sorry, didn't totally happen on stream. Um, well, so this is my life. I wonder how many people have been harmed or troubled by my actions. Troubled living is nothing without trouble, wouldn't you say? Oh my god, now it's getting erased. Wah wah! Kuma, huff huff. Kuma! I can't voice Eva, impossible.
Don't ask me to either.
Hee-haw! Kumachi. Other people. Daddy, huff 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 huff. He's always running. Oh my god. Why? I can cure her. I'm so grateful. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Your life hasn't caused anyone harm or trouble. But your death will pain everyone who loves you. Listen well, Kuma, you are a hero too. Not only for Bonnie, but for everyone you've ever met. Thank you. There's just one last thing, Vegapunk. Yeah, I know. I can say how grateful I am. Oh my god. Uh,
There's no words to describe this.
I don't want to see that animated.
Oh god.
I don't want to see
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna be-
animated. I will
be
fucking
bored.
sob hardcore.
Oh,
Seeing that man of science who's always so radical and everything crying
Yeah.
like that,
yeah.
it's yeah, he's
I mean, even the other scientists, they're all praying.
like he's doing the reverse Frankenstein.
I know. Yeah.
And they wanted to put life in Frankenstein and make him like conscious, and he's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah.
That must be fucking awful. Thank you for saving Bonnie's life. Oh no. If you see her again, could you tell her something from me? Please wish her a happy 10th birthday. Oh my god.
And then break next week. What'd you think? Oh, I can't hear you.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
No, you.
I just had to take a breather.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, to anyone who doesn't think this is peak fiction, I don't understand. I don't
Wha-
think we're reading the same
But
thing.
Oda, why on Christmas?
I
Why?
know.
Couldn't he have like?
I know.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's interesting because the last thing we hear is, please wish her a happy 10th birthday. You know, obviously birthdays being the birth of Christ as well. That's
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Sure.
And if you look at the panel before even, there's a number in the lab when Bonnie's crying.
The 16?
16. Yeah, emu, right?
Yeah.
But then if you flip it, like upside down, it becomes 9/1,
Yeah.
which is Bonnie's birthday as well, September 1st.
Oh, you think that's on purpose? Holy shit, dude, bro.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't know,
it,
man.
it totally can be.
Yeah, I mean,
How can you catch that? So I'm still trying to process all that shit I've just.
I mean,
seen.
I read it just before, so I was looking through some of the stuff.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, what are some of the things that sort of spoke out to you? Any sort of details?
Well,
What do you want to talk about?
first of all, I tried hard to not cry right now,
I know.
but I think I'm over it.
I'm kind of like just trying to skip through it just because I'm like, fuck.
It's okay, details.
It feels.
I'm usually not very good on picking stuff up right away. Usually I have to look at it like a few more times. But let's see if something catches my attention. What does it actually say on his T-shirt here? Eat man, beat man, heat man,
What? Where? Eat meat maybe?
meat man. Oh yeah, that could
Meat man?
Batman. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. I thought
Oh,
we
you
see
see
more
it. You
smoke.
see it
it up.
later.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Gilgil, you can see it later on. And just before you see the big panel of Luffy,
Eat man.
just above. Go up.
Did I...
Oh, yes, your stream is delayed, so
Oh, so I'm already past it.
maybe, yeah. What did you think of the fact that she's holding a stick?
Wait, who's holding the stick?
Bonnie, that's like her weapon of choice.
Oh. Wait, what? Wait a second. Where do we see that?
Just like the first frame.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, there. Okay. Wait, she didn't have that stick later on anyway, right?
No. But there's been a bunch of times that characters have been holding just like plain old sticks.
I mean, Luffy was picking up sticks as well in Skype here.
Yeah, yeah, he was. And then Chopper did the same.
Yeah, that's a cool stick you have there. This is mine. Get your own
Oh,
stick.
wow, this, yeah, yeah.
It's so stupid.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, now that you mention it, that's probably like just a child thing, I would say. I don't know.
Mm,
Like, of course, you must have a stick when you're the captain, right?
yeah. I mean, for me, you know my Christmas agenda, but I won't talk about it now. But I wondered if it had anything to do with that.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. A stick. Have to think
What
about
did you
it.
think of so but we haven't seen the satellites yet, so I'm kind of curious, like maybe he hasn't actually made them yet?
Wait a second. TJ says it's interesting with Luffy and his bros using the pipes as a weapon.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good point.
But what did you say with the satellites, or what was it?
Oh, I was just like, I haven't seen them yet. Like,
Oh yeah, I was looking
so I
out.
don't know.
I was looking for them too. I thought maybe in the last panel where they stand in a row, but it seems like they are just like some assistants or whatever.
I think so. And the fact that, you know, Vegapunk talks about splitting, he's doing experiments to split the brain.
Yeah.
Like, I wondered if that somehow led to
But the
being
thing
able
is, he
to...
already has the apple, right? So
Yeah, that's true.
But the apple is connected to the big egg thing, right?
Yeah,
So
it is.
maybe he already has them as some kind of software, but still has not the bodies for them. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Just while we're on the topic of satellites, did you also know that the kanji for satellites in Japanese is cat?
Cat?
Cat, like meow.
Okay.
I've got nothing to go off of. It's just I found that really weird that because that's not the kanji for satellite, obviously, but
Kanjis.
sometimes
I'm sorry, but kanjis, I don't understand why they even exist.
yes.
And to be fair, I don't understand why katakana exist either. Like, they are.
No, katakana is an obvious one because katakana is used for any words in Japanese that come from a foreign
Yeah,
word.
I get you, but
Yeah,
they.
you just don't want to learn another letter.
No,
another
no,
sort of...
no, it's.
You're just telling me you're lazy.
No. I get you, but they are basically the same. What's the word for that? The same vocals and all that. They are still ha he he hu fa fe fi fu fu and so on. They are just other signs, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. Like, why would you do the same thing twice with different signs just so you can like differentiate foreign
Yeah,
words from?
yeah, exactly. So when it's written down, you can differentiate when something is a foreign word originally or not.
That's such a, I don't know. That's such a weird system to me.
Hey, it makes sense. It's just because you're a beginner level,
Yeah,
right?
it makes sense, yes, but still. I mean, and then there's kanji. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
why don't
don't
you
get me
write,
started on
why
kanji.
don't you write this very complicated character and remember it? It means one
Yeah,
fucking
blame
word.
the Chinese. Blame
And
the
yeah,
Chinese.
and oh, by the way, there are like over 10,000 more of these for every single word, and you better
Mm-hmm.
remember them.
And
Like,
each of these symbols also have about 5 or 6 different ways that you can read it.
that's crazy.
I hate it. Terrible TJ says, don't we see a lot of cat-looking servants on Egghead?
That is correct. I think
Yeah,
some of
I
them
think we
had
do.
cat ears, right?
Yeah, and we also have a cat intruding on Egghead as well. We get Lucci.
True. Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means, you know. But,
Yeah.
and actually, and Kuma, obviously, sometimes we see Kuma his ability has been depicted as a cat horse, right?
True. Yeah. And also, there's another cat burglar army.
Yeah, that's true. Again, I don't know what any of this means.
It means
Okay.
neko ni.
Don't do that again. You're a grown ass man. Just stop.
There are some amazing memes with this, but okay, I'll stop. Wait,
Oh, so the self-destruct mechanism.
yeah,
Thoughts? Will it come into play?
I wonder why it not already got used. I mean, he already like went up to Merijoas or is up there right now.
Mm.
Um,
Do you think only the Gorose has access to the code?
from the sound of it, yes. Wait, where was that? Where did this? It was up here.
Just after we see you will
Yeah,
save
yeah, yeah.
the
Here.
you will someday save the world. Yeah.
Like from the way I read it here, I think yeah, it's the
Mm.
Gorosei who have control over that. But why haven't they already used it? Like from the moment where he got like stolen, basically from the Celestial Dragons, right? Why weren't they like, okay, this the revolutionaries have him now, so let's just make him go boom and maybe kill some refs while doing so.
Mm.
I mean, you don't
It
know how
might
big the
not be
bomb.
on their radar, maybe.
Hmm.
Like maybe they're too busy with this egghead stuff at the moment.
You think they didn't notice that he got like escaped from Meridia by Zabo and all of them?
I mean, look, it's plot, all right?
That's right. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. They could have done it at any point.
But Saturn really, as I think I said this in the last stream already, but I think Saturn seems to be the biggest fucking asshole of this of the elders for now, at least. I mean,
Yeah, for now.
obviously
I
it's
assume
because
we're
we've
gonna see
seen
more.
most of him, but still, like
Yeah.
the Gandhi guy at least showed some regret when he ordered um,
Yeah.
Clover to be
Ohara, yeah.
executed, right?
Yeah, totally.
But he's just like a real fucking dick.
Mm.
Like,
Zero care, just sees everyone as bugs, insects.
yeah.
Also, yeah, I feel like so this self-destruct thing and also this brain splitting thing, I assume that's going to come into play later on, right?
I think so,
Like
totally.
it seems like foreshadowing.
And I totally think like the switch is still in there. Like I bet Vegapunk put it in. Like he was like screw you
Oh,
fuckers.
totally.
And
Yeah.
he knows that he's being surveilled. So
Mm,
maybe he's even putting on an act there and being like, I mean, I think he's genuinely crying, but still like maybe he overacted a little bit, so they really think he didn't put anything like that in there. I don't know.
hard to say.
This is so
Also, I didn't
heartbreaking.
realize Kuma had super hearing. He's basically Superman.
Yeah, maybe it's his little hair ears that give him that.
Oh my god, can you imagine? They're like dishes.
Yeah, some kind of antenna or something like that. And the thing is, it it's a rather longer chapter. And
Oh,
even
is it?
though we
It might be.
and even though there's lots of bubbles,
Mm,
I don't feel like there's too much information to pull out of that.
no.
But
What was your
it's
favorite panel? Favorite page?
good question. Like I don't know. I can't even say if it's my favorite. Like the one with the most impact is definitely the one where we see Kuma in the behind. The one I just have now on stream with Vegapunk like sobbing. Maybe also the one where you just see Vegapunk from side profile, like looking up. My God, I can't look at this too long. I probably start crying. This is so mean. Oh my God, man. Oh no.
It's interesting.
I probably
Sento
have to.
Mother's.
I probably have to be there when my girlfriend, wife, reads this, so she doesn't cry.
Watch her cry.
No, I have to. I'll have to like comfort her then. Probably. I don't know.
Oh, so she's a fan as well.
Yeah, I mean, like not a hardcore fan, but she reads the story as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I once put her on an Odyssey and made her watch One Piece.
Oof.
but I made it easier. Like we watched one pace, so
Okay, yeah.
but still, it was like I think it was like a half or almost a year project.
Mm,
Every weekend or so, like 3, 4, 5 episodes or whatever.
wow, that's
Yeah,
dedication.
she had no chance. I, I kind of forced her. Wait,
I tried to do that with mine as well, and she just kind of ended up hating it more.
what? She didn't like it?
She's okay with it,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think she struggles with the pacing, so that's why I'm kind of excited for her to watch the new one that will eventually come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The anime
What did you
pacing.
think of
Yeah,
Sentomaru's his pose, his like gesture when
yeah.
when
It kind of
he
looks
becomes
like
Frankenstein?
I've never been in the military, right?
Mm.
But it kind of looks like, isn't that some kind of poster? No, they would rather like salute, right?
Oh, you mean like Attack on Titans, Sosogeo?
Yes, something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Yeah, it could be sign of respect or
But
something.
it's some kind of salute, isn't it? Just like in front of his heart, I guess. I mean, the
Mm.
heart should be more to the.
I don't know. He's a big boy. It's hard to
Yeah,
know where his heart is. Might be sort of in a weird position.
yeah. Also, why does he have a Sharingan on his belly?
Yeah. What is it called? There's a name for it in Japanese.
Mm.
I think it like means like the balance of powers and shit like that.
Oh,
But so I mean, okay. So we got this reference to Frankie as well, right? Because Frankenstein.
yeah.
Are we gonna see something with Frankie in this arc?
Everyone expects it. Like, I'm still waiting for it, not gonna lie. Like, Frankie needs to get some
I
attention
mean,
finally.
before Wano, I would have said yes. Frankie's definitely gonna get a something in here, right?
Totally, me too.
But
But I think,
now with Zoro.
we had some foreshadowing that might actually happen at the end of Egghead. You remember
Yeah.
how pissed Frankie was when he saw like his bounty poster, which was basically just a Sunny. This is not coming from me,
Yeah.
right? So I heard this in many places, but I had the same thoughts about it. So
What was the
he might probably really merge with the Sunny and become like a Gundam or something like that, and maybe
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
maybe one of the Vegapunks or Vegapunk himself like has have a hand in this and help him doing
That would
that
be
or whatever.
so epic. Like the Sunny becomes a shield or something. Like the figurehead. I don't know.
It's something like that, but because isn't the Sunny still on the clouds? Or did they already
Uh,
transport her? No, it crashed a bit, right? They were transporting
I
it.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not in the water yet. So something has to happen.
Man, can you imagine? That would be epic.
I would
Or
fucking
like
love it.
maybe they make Sunny eat the Robo no Mi or something like the robot fruit, which
Oh
turns
my
it
god,
into like a
that would be
Transformers, which can combine with Frankie.
hilarious. Also, like imagine. You remember what happened at Thriller Bark when he asked Robin to be the to be the arm, and she was
Yeah,
like, "Don't
I would
ever
die of
ask me,
embarrassment or something.
don't ever ask me anything like that ever again." Imagine if this
Left
shit
them
happens
hanging.
again, and she has to be like the captain of the ship or whatever. And that would be hilarious.
That'll be so good.
I need Frankie to do something soon
Mm,
because I really like him.
agreed. Yeah.
So
I
many,
mean, the fact that like he hasn't done much at all yet
yeah,
makes it feel like he will do something, if you know what I mean.
yeah, kind of.
Also, what did you think of the fact that at one point Kuma says something like, "Oh, this is the first time in hundreds and hundreds of years that someone's actually rebelled against the celestial dragons." Like, do you
Yeah,
think
he
if
must have some
maybe
knowledge.
right? Like maybe he knows about some like written history about it.
Yeah, either from the Bible he was always carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, either this or probably his parents told him, his dad,
True.
Um, that's the only two sources that I could make up right out of my head.
Yeah, those are the one. They would make the most sense. Though.
But who knows who else he met on his travels? So I don't know.
Mm. I mean, can you imagine if the Void Century was the last time that someone's actually? Ooh, someone's online. Who we got? Cube.
Good
Hey,
evening.
bro.
Good.
Oh, Cube sneaked in here again. How do I how do I
Bro.
always miss that when people get in the channel? Like, shouldn't there be a
Yeah, I don't know
sound
why
like?
you. There is. I heard it. That's why I know.
But
he's
I
here.
didn't hear it. Sometimes I can
I
hear
don't,
it.
you must
Sometimes
have
I
it turned
don't.
off or something. Yeah,
I don't know.
Bro, I saw your face for the first time yesterday on the TLA stream, and I'm like, dude, that's what you look like?
Well, it was one of my satellites. Gotta keep my identity hidden. So,
That's such a
Oh, that's amazing.
such a trashy answer.
yeah. Now I'm currently right now. I was in Jaya. Right
Yeah.
now I'm in Water 7. I have to keep on moving. Got a guy called Saturn on my behind.
Oh my god,
For some
bro's in a
reason.
different dimension.
Yeah, I've been preaching a theory from a guy called Kusulan. It angered the five
Oh,
elder
stop.
stars, so I've been
Stop.
hiding away. I've been hiding away.
Wow.
What's up, guys?
Wait.
Uh,
I got something for that.
Wow.
Okay. What did you want to ask?
so what were we just talking about?
We?
Oh, the hundred, like it's been hundreds of years since the celestial dragons were last attacked by someone. Have you seen the latest chapter, Cube?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't
What
have
did you
jumped in
think?
if there's something that bothers me.
Go.
So I'm going with this idea that, especially with what Kuma knows about Nika, that the dragon and Kuma, before Luffy even went to his own adventure, during the beginning of his adventure, they caught something that's maybe Nika-esque, about him. And it's weird of people like Kuma and Dragon, like their whole point is anti-world government. Why they keep saying, so you chose to become a pirate, like it's a big shock. And I feel like the Joy Boy, Nika, whatever it is, piracy came after it. Like the Buccaneers praising Nika created piracy in his name, but he was never a pirate. Because it's weird. The second time that someone says, so you decide to become a pirate, for the warrior liberation.
But they said it in a
It's
way
weird.
like you became a pirate. Huh? That's not that much of a surprise kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, but I get what he means.
Like-
It's basically the same that Dragon says when he hears that Luffy became a pirate.
Yeah,
He said that's also okay or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You're right.
Yeah,
It keeps popping up.
Like Iser for me is Nika was never a pirate, maybe that's not a big fact, but I think there must be something about the Marines, because people don't forget Marines are the only one who actually, in their mottos, they put the people first. Say justice for the people. That's their basis. Just people like Akainu who take it to a whole new level. So I'm wondering if there's a twist on I don't know. I'm wondering what they mean by that, because I think there's more meaning than just you're becoming a pirate. I mean, it sounds symbolic, Sounds a bit more symbolic.
Yeah, there's definitely something there.
Now that I look at this, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but like,
Go.
we see the pedal where like Kuma pops them all away, right? And we see the expressions of Kizaru and
Yes.
Rayleigh.
And Sentomaru as well.
We didn't see that back then, did we?
No.
I mean, we
No,
know
not like
like Kizaru and Sentomaru are like, they should be accustomed with this because they know him, right? But also Rayleigh, like he looks like he knows something there.
Oh, he did, because remember Kuma whispered to him like, hey,
Oh
look, I
yeah,
got a plan.
you're
Just
correct.
chill.
Yes, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But still, it's
But yeah, it is
it's cool
nice
to
seeing
see
their
that.
faces.
Yeah. The more and more I see stuff like that, the more I become convinced that what I said like last time, that the admirals will be on Luffy's side at one point.
Yeah, like it's so funny. You said it as just you're trolling, but like I think you're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
but
you're
I
right.
only got this thought because you came up with that theory with the or that idea about I always forget the name of that legend.
Momotaro.
Yeah, Momotaro, right? So, and I
Yeah.
mean, you were not the first one to do that. I have seen plenty of theorists coming up with that, but
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a big one.
yeah, but still, like thinking about it like that they will help him, like, but in turned order,
Mm.
different order, that kind of makes sense to me.
I think it makes sense as well. It's definitely something Oda would 100% do.
People will freak the fuck out when they see Akainu stepping in to save Luffy.
Yeah, but the thing is, Oda's definitely already foreshadowing it, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
in a way, right? He does.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Akainu is getting fucking sick of being behind his goddamn desk.
absolutely.
He fucking hates it. And
Because he had this absolute faith in the justice,
yeah,
and now he's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I having to deal with these guys complaining about lobster? Like, what is this?
yeah. I was actually surprised that he didn't go rampage there already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he does seem like a irrational guy sometimes, but I think he's actually quite careful as well.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to get to where he was otherwise.
Yeah. But you
So,
see, like, but he plopped them all away. Couldn't he, like, at least whispered Luffy something or.
no, because then he wouldn't have felt like complete despair, right?
Yeah, true.
Like, it wouldn't have given him the motivation to actually do what he did.
Yeah. I've invented a circuit for the brain that allows one to switch between two states of consciousness, akin to a split personality.
I mean, I remember you and Andy were talking about this last time, how like you were trying to figure out the way in which, the method in which you can sort of make someone into
Yeah,
a cyborg, right? So it's interesting they're talking about the brain right now.
but especially that he says a split personality. Like basically, like he basically has two personalities right now. If he built that in.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I
allow
wonder
me
what
to
the trouble
test
would be.
it, so he already had it finished. He just didn't test it yet. I can totally see him building it in nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Uh,
He's a mad scientist.
Oh, even better. He built that in, but camouflaged it by acting like this was the self-destruction thing.
Ooh.
And they probably wanted to activate the self-destruction already. But
oh my god! And so when
and
Saturn tries to activate it,
yeah, and that's when
it's like you're being a pain.
and then he switches. And that is where he is at Dragon's place right now. And the thing switches, and Kuma comes back to his senses and is like, "Ah shit! I have to hurry the fuck."
Oh, you think it's already been switched?
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think like we were wondering why Kuma suddenly starts running away from the refs, and you see what I mean?
Hmm.
Maybe they already
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
activate it because he got taken from
interesting.
the Celestial Dragons, and they were like, "This mofo."
Okay. I think A, it could be that, or B, there's a different reason why Kuma suddenly decided to do what he did, and go up on the red line and
Yeah.
going wherever he is right now. Maybe Egghead, maybe not. I don't know. Egghead makes most sense. Or B, he arrives on Egghead, and Saturn's like, "Dude, I don't need you anymore. I'm just gonna make you self-destruct." Puts in the code, whatever it is. Maybe it's like a voice command or something, and that's when his character switches. That's when he reverts back.
Yeah, or that. But then we still need an explanation why he suddenly like starts running.
We would, yeah. Man, I really like the idea.
Shit,
Yeah, for me, I
that would
think
be
there's a
amazing.
twist. I think it's not what we think about the self-destruct. I think there's something. There's going to be a twist with it. It's too cut and dry for me.
I need
For
to write
sure.
that down anyway, though. I think that's a cool idea for a video.
One question I have is, what is Oda's deal with birthdays? Especially girls' birthdays. Because we see Bonnie and her birthday. We saw another girl's birthday on Wano. And Whole Cake Island also had someone's birthday. So that was Tama and Charlotte Linden, Big Mum.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's like a theme that keeps coming back.
I mean, you're still on the Christmas theory trip.
No,
so
I mean, I'm
no,
not.
no. I
I'm
mean, it would
actually.
no. I mean, it would make sense since, like, as you mentioned earlier, like the birth of Christ and all that, right? So birthdays could also play into that theme.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it's always going to be related to Christmas though, but I am
You
curious
have
as
to
to
pull through
why.
with that now.
Bro, I'm not even that into Christmas.
I like Christmas.
I don't want to be that guy.
I just used to. I just started hating it a bit since I work where I work.
Yeah.
Does Kuma have an authority chip in him or not?
A what?
An authority chip on him or not?
Some kind of what chip?
An authority chip.
Authority
What's
chip.
that?
Oh,
Authority chip.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
does, doesn't he?
I'm not sure. I think the normal PXs have, but I'm not sure if he has.
Because they could
I mean,
be. I was
surely if the
thinking.
Seraphims and the PX have it, then surely
Yeah,
Kuma does
exactly.
as well.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking the possible plot twists we could have. What if Vegapunk, his last thing to at least help Kuma is, he has a self-destruct button, and Tanu can activate it, but the Gorsei are the second highest.
Yeah.
What if he made Bonnie the first highest?
Ooh.
Bonnie being the first highest. Bonnie could this, and then the thing with his will, like they can explain with his will because Bonnie's the most important thing in his life. So I was thinking there needs like why introduce a self-destruct? It's so cut and dry. There is going to be a twist. Maybe Bonnie could disarm it, stop it.
Yeah, I already had an idea like this with my other video that I thought back then that Vegapunk will give Bonnie the Bible, and that there is like something in it that will make her control all the PXs. But basically, yeah, could be that as well.
Mm.
But I just noticed the panels where we
Wasn't
see.
there a scene with also Dragon? How there was like something like Kuma said something like "as you wish" or something, as if Dragon was sort of commanding him as well. Like, why was Dragon able to command Kuma at all?
Oh, you mean, right? Yeah, that's the
So-
question. So maybe he was still in like servant mode back then.
But why would Dragon have any sort of authority if he wasn't like some sort of celestial dragon?
Yeah, that's
or...
yeah. There were theories
No?
about it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there was.
I think I heard some people saying like Dragon
Mm,
probably was the celestial once.
So
But
my thing is a while back. This is my head canon. Because I did think, and I forgot I thought of this, but there's a big possibility that Vegapunk, for a way to make sure the authority ship is on the revolutionary as well. Because people don't question this. How did Sabo and all of them were able to forcefully bring Kuma with them?
True.
They don't
Wasn't
question
he
it.
on a chain though? He was chained up.
Yeah, he's on the chains and like that. But even that, like
Yeah.
they would have to defeat him because he would not go willingly. He was on slave mode, and he was
That's
very
a good point.
compliant to the revolutionary when they were talking to him, like a slave to their owner. So I wondered if basically between the Celestial Dragon and the commander of the revolutionary army, like when he saw Karasu, he saw Karasu's face. Karasu said, "Kuma, come." He came to him. Simple as that. It would make sense because it seems that with Kuma, from what I remember, the hardest part of the reverie wasn't getting Kuma. Kuma was just take him and they left. And it's weird when you know that he doesn't have his own will, doesn't have his own memory. He's like under control of the people that despise the revolutionary. Yet it doesn't seem that there was a struggle at all.
Interesting. Yeah, no, maybe there's an authority chip that's dedicated to dragons. The revolutionaries as well.
It's just something that caught my eye.
Yeah.
Didn't want to interrupt, but the panels where we see Kuma running, like it's also like Nika dancing, right?
Yeah, very similar silhouette. You know what's also really heartbreaking though? That bit where you see Kuma kind of tripping up, and that's just after Jimmy.
You know who else runs the
Yeah.
similar way as Kuma? I don't know if you guys caught that. That's
What was
how
that?
that's how that you didn't. I don't know if you caught. You know how Kuma ran? Someone else ran the same way as him in the Odin
Oh,
flashback. Roger, remember that scene where he goes to Odin? That run he had is the same. It's the same position with the arms. His arms are
interesting.
positioned just like Nika's dance.
Oh, you're probably
When he's
right.
saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, I don't want you to get hurt."
that's interesting.
Yeah, and then he will divine departure one shots Odin.
I mean, and also in this chapter as well, like, you know, he's talking about how Luffy, he believes that Luffy will be the hero that will save the world. Like, and then he uses that word specifically, hero, and then Vegapunk is
What's
like, hey man, you're also a hero, you know? You're also the
it's
same kind of hero. Like, he is also like Nika.
It's interesting because you know who else? Because now you can parallel this that maybe they were like Nika-esque characters as well.
Mm,
Those two characters, similar to the Odin and Roger moment. You know how Roger runs just like Nika or moves like
yeah.
Nika. Someone made a parallel to that scene with Roger versus Odin or Roger versus Whitebeard. It's similar to the fight of Nolan and Calgara 400 years ago.
So, is it like the idea that there is Nika in all of us kind of thing? Or there are certain people that just have so much sort of charisma, so much conqueror's haki, so much, you know, like, I don't know, they have something in them that makes them close to being a Nika candidate or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's just for me what Nika is not someone who's powerful. I think it's like self-confidence mixed with inspiring. Willing to inspire
Mm,
people.
mm,
It's not being basically is for me. I would say that I see Nika or the Joy Boy being the crew itself, the Straw Hat crew itself. If you think of Dressrosa, Luffy might have saved the people, but who actually saved the people's heart? Usopp. He freed them as slaves.
yeah.
They worshipped him.
Man, Usopp is such an interesting character.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I almost wonder if his life, or like the way he's progressing from like a regular dude to, what is he, the captain, then he becomes king or something, to god. You know, like,
Yeah.
I wonder if that somehow parallels like maybe Joy Boy or Nika's life somehow. That would be really interesting.
Part of me think that the original Nika is
Mm,
closer to a Buggy character and a Usopp character. Like he says stuff, but like he exaggerates on what he says.
yeah, maybe he was a storyteller.
Yeah, storyteller. Like because the
Yeah.
first thing we get about someone who is sick with a will, right? Kaya, in the story, how is she cured? Not by the medicine, by Usopp's lies, because
Yeah.
it makes her dream. She said, it makes me
Yes.
dream. It's the only thing making her feel better, and that I think that is very important. And I think Nika is. I think he doesn't tell the truth. I think he embellishes it, makes it more
What,
interesting.
and what about
Pushes
this?
people.
What about this, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Oda himself basically references all of these sort of fables and myths and legends and fairy tales. Again, it's kind of before it was written stories, it was oral stories, right? It was passed down from generation to generation through just talking about it, and that's how even history was recorded back in the days. It all started with oral history, and then it became written, right? So I
Yeah.
wonder if that's gonna somehow come to play. I mean, we already have the dials, right, which can record audio. So maybe by the end we will hear Joy Boy's voice or Nika's voice.
Yeah. I think, was it Daksake? There was a theory that said that on Love Tale there's probably some kind of tone dial with exactly what you just said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? Was it Doug? There are too many great One
Yeah, there are
Piece
too
I
many.
fans.
know. There
It's
are
impossible to keep track of them. But I
way
think I heard
goes.
someone saying that. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it would make sense, especially with how Oda sort of
Yeah.
he always references those kind of stories.
Yeah. I think
And like, no, go on.
I think Oda has not implemented one thing yet that that never appeared back again later. Like as I said, the dials they were constantly used, even still like 1 or 2 arcs later,
Mm.
until they kinda got forgotten. But you can probably just say Usopp used them all. I don't know. Maybe,
I think it's
maybe,
gonna come back.
yeah,
I think
maybe
it's
they
gonna
come
come
back.
back.
Yeah.
That's gonna come back. It's gonna come back for sure.
You know what's
I
crazy
mean,
though? You know the what are those like ball-shaped twins called? I can't remember. In Skypiea. Do you guys remember?
What bullshit?
what
They're
the
like the
mill tower?
round-shaped twins, huh?
Oh,
Oh
please
yeah,
don't. No, don't.
what's called this
Yeah,
Satori? What his name is?
yeah,
Yeah,
Satoru.
Satori and Hitori or something.
Yeah. Oh my
So
god.
Yeah,
you know how they're showcasing all those dials in Skypiea when they first met.
Yeah, the
It's like,
fucking
look, this
fart
one does
dial.
wind and fire and all that stuff.
Yeah,
The only element they didn't showcase is lightning.
true.
And this happens in an arc where we get a character called Enel, which is like a wordplay in Japanese for energy, right? So
Yeah,
energy, right?
yeah,
And we realize that in the world of One Piece, we don't actually have energy. We don't actually have electricity. We have Goro Goro no Mi, which is Enel, which is Goro Goro obviously is reference to lightning.
yeah.
So that's a natural form of electricity.
We still don't
Also,
know how Vegapunk powers this
no, we
shit,
don't.
right?
No, we
Yeah,
don't.
no.
But
He said that it's somewhat powered by fire.
yeah, so what if, like Luffy, who, when he first started getting weird elemental powers, right? He
yeah,
started off getting fire powers, right? Then we see that he starts getting lightning powers. And same in Shandora and Skypiea. Shandora meaning light or something. It's like clearly they are a society that kind of has references to fire. But then who is the god of that place? It's Enel, who is lightning, who is the power of electricity, right? So
Hey
what
there,
if the
Dan.
world of One Piece is moving
Welcome
on
to the
to
stream. Have fun
oh,
lurking.
stop Dan.
Yeah, sorry, didn't want to interrupt, but as the streamer, I have to like stay in contact
No,
with the
of
chat. You
course.
see, yeah.
I need to shut up anyway.
No, it's all good. You guys can keep like talking all you want. I'm just let it sink in.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious as to if the
What
world
if
of One
it's
Piece is transitioning from a
what if
power
it's
source
the
of fire to
opposite?
power source of lightning. The other way
Well,
around?
what if it's symbolism? The reason why there wasn't lightning one is there's a lack of lightning because think about this, right? And Nell's fruit is a specific logo that we see in a cover story. Gives is seen as a power source. It's the only one that is actually used as a power source in the cover story, giving life to that whole planet.
Correct.
And I like the whole idea that the reason why Yamato did not go is because its instinct with his fruit, the will of his fruit, sense that Pluton was at risk. It happened. The decision only happened after Green Bull. So I always feel like maybe there was something more about it. Like it sense that if I leave, Wano is in danger, Pluton's in danger. So, and I find it very interesting of all things. And Nell is going the furthest away from Earth. He's going to the moon, right? And that's such an interesting one. And then he talks about he needs more power. He doesn't have enough in Egghead or Vegapunk. It is powered by fire. Fire is not as hot as electricity or lightning. It's a much higher in heat. So it could make sense there. And then when he tells him about Logias, he says it's very complicated to recreate Logias. And I've always wondered, what if they're trying to recreate the Goro Goro no Mi as well?
Interesting.
Because maybe that fruit specifically has like reawakens resources. Because that's what the Nels fruit did. It reawakened that island. And I find it very interesting that he went to the moon. You know what I mean? Like, think of it. You're a god. Wouldn't you go down to where the people are to rule them? Instead, he wants to go to the moon. So the opposite. In every story, God wants to rule.
Do you think then that maybe the giant on Egghead will be powered by the Joy Boy form of Luffy who uses that lightning attack?
I think it's the Drums of Liberation. I think that's what.
Yeah, I mean that did seem like the case, right? Because it's already started to awaken.
Yeah.
I'd be curious though if lightning somehow will end up playing a part to it somehow. But yeah.
Honestly, you know what I think it is? I think it's a combination of Bing Sake and the Drums of Liberation together. When they're played together. Because it's very weak, but in Thriller Bark, when Brooke is doing Bing Sake, the only one who is next to Brook and dancing like a crazy person around him is Luffy. And I'm wondering if what happens when Brook plays Bing Sake and Gear 5 Luffy with his drum of liberation dances around. What happens to the two songs? Do they unite and become a new thing? And that could be the balance, you know?
Like they harmonize or something.
Yeah, harmonize, right? You know? Because whatever they said that Iron Giant, whatever activated 200 years ago, because we're pretty sure it's much older than that, it wasn't enough. It lost its energy before it reached its goal.
Yeah.
Whatever it was at that source.
Interesting.
And I always like the idea that the gears were the gears before they were imperfect versions of his awakening. That's why he had the same drawbacks as the Law and Kid, even with his gears, same ones as the awakening drawback, but just it couldn't last as long. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
It's interesting.
interesting you bring up the gears as well, because obviously Gear 2 is kind of like a steam engine, right?
Yeah.
And then Nika almost seems like it's powered by lightning or something as well.
Yeah. It's also because
Somehow.
don't forget what Luffy said to Blueno. I had to go over my physical limits to reach that level. Means that you know, and I think that's what Oda's saying, that he's been basically it's like sometimes you see in other animes a character that does a new form, but you realize he's only touching barely a part of it. He's just taking a piece of it out, but he's not able. His body's not able to maintain it. You know.
Question for everyone: do you think Luffy will end up passing away?
I don't like to think about stuff like that because I really hate it when heroes have to freaking die in the end.
Yeah.
And seeing how Oda like handles most of his characters, even side characters, I would say no because they are very dear to him.
Yeah.
But I can't see him doing it actually. I don't know, but I really hope he does not.
That's
It's just
symbolic and biased is Oda loves to draw, especially since the Wano thing, parallels of Sabo with Oden, Luffy with Roger, and Whitebeard with Ace, especially with the dream sequence. If you think about it, two of them already died young before they can reach what they were supposed to do. Roger and Oden, who are parallel with Luffy and Sabo, and Whitebeard lived much longer. And you think of right now, who is the only one who's dead? The one that parallels Whitebeard. So I think Sabo and Luffy won't die.
But I think you see, but the thing is, there's a lot of foreshadowing and deathlex for Luffy in a way. Like how many times he got poisoned. Like Eva took away some span of his life by like saving him in Impel Down. I think there was another occasion where someone said like, if you keep doing this, this will like burn your life away.
Yeah.
Was it Gear 2 or?
Yeah, Gear 2 straight away blew up.
Yeah.
But that's why we had Chopper's. That's why we had Chopper's backstory, because that's the role of Chopper.
That is quite interesting.
Literally, Chopper couldn't save Pure Look for the most stuff, and he made that promise to always be able to cure for anything. And I think that is Chopper's biggest challenge.
Okay, so that's the thing, right?
He's gonna fall one time. Marth is right. Luffy is actually going to die, but Chopper is gonna save him. It's gonna save him from the brink of death. That's how I see the story is gonna go with Chopper.
Because
it's gonna be his challenge.
His captain dies, Chopper's dream will not be realized, right?
Yeah. Pretty
so
much.
I agree with you in that sense. One other thing I would say for me as well is that if Luffy does succeed his dreams, I don't know if I want to see Luffy who's already sort of content, because the Luffy that I don't know we're all excited to see and aspire to be is someone who is chasing his dreams. So I don't know, like if Oda does something similar to Naruto, where it's like, oh, he has a family and they lived happily ever after, like nah.
Don't forget, Naruto is the exception in the shonens. Think about it, like in every shonen, what happens in the original Shaman King? They restart the Shaman King tournament. At the end of Beyblade, they all start fighting against one another. The end of Dragon Ball, they go Luffy, the Dragon Ball Z, Goku goes to train with Oob. It's always the next thing. Naruto is the only one, but also because they were trying to create Boruto. That's why. they need to create the family thing so the next
But-
generation.
I mean,
but-
Naruto's not the only one that did the family thing. They've all done it.
But
It's
I-
like a very typical
But
trope.
let's be honest, like, when I read Dragon Ball, right? When I saw that he disappeared with Oop, right? When I did read this like pretty much a year after it came out or whatever. How did you guys feel? Because I really fucking hated it. Like I didn't back then. I was a big Dragon Ball fan, mostly because there was not many other things that would like be on the shonen horizon, at least not in
Yeah.
Europe. And I hated it. I didn't want to see Son Goku leave and all that. Like especially with the panel where it states that it's something like and so ends Goku's journey and blah blah blah. So, I mean, in the end, Toriyama
So
decided.
you're talking about the very last scene where he
Yeah.
flies away with the
Yes.
reincarnated Boo?
Yes.
Yeah, with Oob, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man, that's been
I mean,
years.
Honestly.
Toriyama decided to like go on with GT, and he later admitted that it was a bad idea, but still.
No. GT was Toriyama let them do it, but GT had no real big involvement in it. That's why they were so.
That's what I
old.
think as well, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, they liked his ending of the Oob, and they wanted an extra story. Akira said, "You guys can do it," so he gave his green light, like Sand the Dock and stuff like that. So that's some sort of like creative control on certain stuff. So there's some stuff that you could see like we do understand the concept of Super Saiyan 4, like why some people really liked it is I think Akira has some involvement on how to create it. But most of
So-
GT is not Akira.
The Oob thing, I think, is very similar to how One Piece started, which is when Shanks gave Luffy his straw hat,
You
right?
see, but this way around is alright to me.
Yeah, because it's the beginning of something.
But can you
Right.
imagine? But can you imagine, like, let's say, One Piece, like, it's the last chapter. Luffy is king of the pirates. Like, he saved the world or whatnot, and then he goes to a random child or whatever, and puts the straw on him and says, "Now it's your turn."
Yeah,
But for me also, and I'm gonna say this, and that's the problem with Dragon Ball. Other than a few characters, Goku isn't that fleshed out. If you think about it, everything about Goku is about fighting. Luffy is more fleshed out. You know, having Luffy staying on an island with the kid, etc., doing his own debut fact 24/7. We would like it like that. The problem with Dragon Ball is there was only one way to end it. It is with Goku with his next adventure, which is to teach someone for the next generation. It made sense for Goku because if you think about it, he didn't push that. He was a family man, but he always found an excuse to be training. Everything about Luffy with him was training. Even like after the 7 years, the Buu saga. You think about it, Vegeta had shown more family moments than Goku. Goku was spending time with his family, but it was always them for the fights.
he was a
Vegeta
deadbeat.
was.
It's
Sorry?
it's
Straight up.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also Goku.
Useless
Goku
husband,
doesn't have that many
useless father.
options.
It's
Yeah,
true, but
it-
let's be honest. Like, who would believe that? Who would believe that? Like, Goku goes out there to train Buu to take care of things. Like, that's not Goku. Like, as soon as he sees a strong opponent, he wants to test himself. Like,
Yeah.
it would always be this, unless Goku is, I don't know, 200 years old and can't do shit anymore. But let's be honest, Muten Roshi is a thing. And as far as
Yeah.
I'm not that. I haven't followed like the new Dragon Ball stuff
Neither.
so much, but I heard that even Muten Roshi gets a cool scene there again. And so
Right. Yeah, people don't die in
But,
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, for me, I think for One Piece it's not gonna have the same issues because there's basically with all the different stuff that Luffy loved around his adventure. I'm sure we're gonna find out later on that he's gonna achieve his dream and he's gonna have the whatever the rest of his life, family, whatever it's going to fit because it's gonna
I-
be perfect.
I think
you know.
Oda has gone on to say, for example, with Wizard of Oz, how he hated the ending of it. So he's always sort of been a fan of, of all the famous stories like Wizard of Oz, Dragon Ball Z. He's obviously stated that time and time again.
yeah,
But I think he's very much a challenger. He's very much a competitive person. I think he'll try and go beyond it. because time and time again, we've always thought, look, Oda's going to go down this road, obviously. And then we see the next chapter and we're always shocked by what he does.
Yeah, it's always not
So
that.
I'm hoping, because yes, the most obvious thing is that he will pass on the Straw Hat to someone else, a new generation like Bonnie, right? That is the most obvious route.
Yeah.
But I'm secretly hoping for something more.
For me, you want to know the thing is, I know what it is.
What's that?
At the end of the story, he's gonna be known. It's before he's gonna be known as the Pirate King. He's going to realize that being Pirate King isn't what he thought it would be. I think he's going to be the freest pirate in the world, but he is going to not accept the title Pirate King. I think he might give it to someone else, like whatever there is something.
Like Buggy.
Or delegate it, because that would be the biggest plot twist. Is the best example is Game of Thrones. No one sits on the Irish throne at the end. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
We don't talk about Game of Thrones here.
Yeah, so for me, it would be more of a sort of a, maybe not a Pirate King thing. There's going to be something, and it is rightfully for Luffy, and he's going to delegate it away because he knows it's not him.
I have to heavily disagree on that. Like, Luffy will not give the title of the Pirate King freely to anyone else.
My last sentence, I rephrased it. I rephrased my last statement. Like, he might be Pirate King, but there's something that will be rightfully for Luffy. That will be a game changer, and Luffy will delegate to someone else because he said that's not me. Not the Pirate King thing. Is like Pirate King for him is to be free. I think there's another component to Pirate King.
I mean, there is a difference between becoming the Pirate King. There is a difference between becoming the Pirate King and holding onto that title, right? So there is a possibility where he becomes the Pirate King, but then maybe if even straight after that he might just relinquish it. He's like, all right.
Yeah, because don't forget, what does Luffy always say? What does Luffy say about Pirate King? By becoming Pirate King, he will be the freest man in the world. He wants to be the most freest person in the world. And I think he will become Pirate King, but there's going to be something that comes with it, and Luffy won't like that part. And give it to Buggy or someone else. But he will be Pirate King. I just think that big thing that everyone would want, like King of the World or whatever it is afterwards. He's gonna say, yeah, that's just not for me. I won't be free.
We know that that's not actually Luffy's dream anyway. Just like Blackbeard, who's trying to become a king of Full Lead right now, that's clearly not his final goal either. Same as Luffy. Becoming the Pirate King is just a stepping stone to be actually able to do what he really wants to do.
Also, I watched the latest episode of One Piece today with my wife, and I'm not even sure if Luffy says it like that in the manga, because he says, "This is what I want to do at the end of my dream." At the end of my dream. That sounds kind of weirdly phrased, in my opinion.
Let me just double check with the Japanese manga version as well. You guys can keep.
Because if he really says this, at the end of my dream, that would basically mean. I'm just talking wild now, okay? But that would mean he knows that he's in a dream.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Think about it.
He's lucidly dreaming, and he's creating things.
Think about this. This would make sense if you're.
Wait. Really, Marth, isn't this your? Not Marth. Cube, isn't this your theory?
I'm gonna say that this makes sense if they're inside a reverie. Inside a reverie, that statement makes sense because a reverie is you're neither sleeping or dreaming, but leaving a reverie is the end of the dream, because a reverie is a dream state. So in a reverie would make sense if they're inside a reverie. That's why Blackbeard doesn't need to sleep, because inside a reverie you're neither awake nor sleeping. So you can choose if you want to sleep or not.
What is that with the reverie? You gotta explain that. Are you talking about the meeting of the kings or?
No. The actual reverie, the fables, French fables, is literally the plot line of Dressrosa. You're put into a sort of birdcage. It's sort of a territory. Take the red line. Something indestructible, right?
Wait, so the word reverie means it's like.
It's a style of fables. A reverie is a style of fables originally.
Oh.
It comes from a style of stories. Yeah, it comes from stories. Yeah, French stories. Very old.
Okay.
So I'll give you the different plot device connecting to Dressrosa. It has all the same point. An evildoer sends people in a place that's neither sleeping nor you're neither sleeping or awake, you forget who you were before, the hero you once were. So think you have to play under his rule, the bounty game of Dressrosa, of everyone. You know, the game you have to play with me. And to defeat him is to become the hero you once was. When dressed in the Flamingo, he became Gear 4, giving a new form of him and defeating it. And when it's done, what happened? Well, sugar. Then when the reverie is broken, everybody remembers who they are and they can leave that place. And that's only when they can win. That's basically what reverie is.
So I'll go back to
wait. Just to give a context, and most reverie starts is because the evildoer cannot win. He knows he cannot win, so he finds a scheme, tricks them, and gets them somewhere so he can set them inside the reverie. And that's literally all the plot device for One Piece Red, Dressrosa, Stampede as well. All those movies where there's this event that they're invited in. Marineford, same thing. They challenge Whitebeard to come for an ambush. So yeah, anyways, sorry Kuzo, but that's like...
No, I just wanted to add context to the panel that you guys are talking about, which is, he does say, Sorede ore no yume no hatera, which means, and that will be the end of the dream.
That's wild.
Yeah. Or end of my dream.
That almost sounds like he if he reaches that, then he's got nothing left to do.
Yeah, so the question becomes, does he find a new dream, or does, because that's the thing about most people, right? We have dreams, and then once we've achieved it, we move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
But I really like your theory, Q, with the reverie. I think that's really interesting, the idea that a reverie kind of means like to have a daydream or fantasy,
Yeah. And basically someone like Blackbeard makes so much sense, because if someone's aware he's in a reverie, he doesn't need to sleep.
He doesn't sleep.
Yeah. And
I would hate it if the whole thing was a dream, but that's not what you're saying.
No. Basically, they're living, and that's interesting. You know what happens in a reverie? You're not using your physical body. So that's why, and think about it, this explains Usopp breaking bones, half his brain. Whitebeard actually losing half of his brain. Vegapunk able to cut half of his brain. Because the physical aspect changes everything in a reverie. Illogical becomes logical.
What do you think,
that's why
Marth?
It's interesting.
Are you into that idea?
I kind of like it, but it comes from Cube, so I don't. I'm just kidding. No, I really, especially because I said earlier that when I said they're lucidly dreaming, I combined with that, it really makes sense.
I mean, Imu, of course, the mu can mean the kanji for dream as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But the only thing that makes sense, and this is the one thing, and I even spoke with Denden a while back about it, and I forgot, but now it's... In most reveries, they need to have a conduit. And usually it's never the evildoer using someone, because someone has to be dreaming.
Hey there, Max. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's up, man?
Max.
And and for me, I'm wondering, one of my old ideas was, what if a way to get rid of Nika is she put Nika into like a Sleeping Beauty thing, and everyone's inside Nika's dream until they can find. And basically, Nika is locked away inside his own dream, and everyone's inside it, and he moves controlling everything, and you could undo it only if you can find Nika. That was this thing I thought a while back, because a lot of the reverie story starts with someone is basically there's a person that's like a cork, literally, and if that person is achieved, or what that connection is broken, the reverie, it's a loophole. If you cannot win, another way. But that's why memories are removed, because you can never remember, you cannot know who that person is.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Wasn't there like a 3D animation called like Rise of the Guardians or something? And there was that character that was called like Sandman, and he was like, the one that gives everyone happy dreams, and the like main villain from that was like this the one that gives people nightmares or something. You guys haven't seen it?
How was it? What's the name of it?
No, never seen it.
Rise of the Guardians, I think.
Rise of the Guardians?
Yeah. It's got like Easter Bunny and like Jack Frost. It's got like a tooth
think
fairy.
I've seen pictures of that white-haired boy, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got the title of your episode of this stream. I was like, what the fuck is Chala head Chala? And then I said it out loud in my head. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I always tend to. I'm kind of bad with coming up for good stream names, so I just put whatever.
So you go the opposite way.
Yeah, just put
You
whatever.
make it as bad as it could be.
Come on, man, it's not that bad. We even talked about Dragon Ball.
We did. It all came around.
See,
yeah,
so
full
it's
circle.
this basic future side actually.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whoa, no, 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 no.
Oh, no, 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 no.
By the way, I'm searching for the fucking panel where the Iron Giant awakes. God damn, I think I'm way past it already. Why didn't I?
It's
see?
like it's like two. It's like one chapter, two chapters after the chapter that's called Admiral Kizaru.
Okay.
It's chapter 2 after that chapter
Man,
about
I
Kizaru.
honestly don't understand how your brain works, Cube.
I mean, what?
Kizaru.
It's great.
I mean,
it's great.
No, I mean the biggest chapter of Kizaru was the one title after him, so it's very easy to remember. And it
You
happens
say
right
that,
afterwards.
but I don't remember that. Like, I remember if you describe it, but I wouldn't know that it's that chapter specifically.
No, I don't. No, I said it's around that chapter, 1 or 2 chapters after that one.
Okay, so I wasn't past it yet. Actually, I hear the Vegapunk robot gets destroyed. The Sunny drops to the floor. That was what we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Here it is. Right. Luffy grabs Kizaru in his giant form, and then you have some nerve knocking me all the way down there. I had to cross the barrier twice. I thought it was gonna kill me. Dum dum da da dum. Yeah, I mean, it really seems like it's the drums of liberation that activates the Iron Giant. Also,
It does seem like it.
can we talk about that? Like, me included, but most of the streams I saw talking about like what happens next with Saturn, right? Who's about to like get Bonnie executed and all. I've heard plenty of ideas, including mine, like that maybe Kuma will arrive and save her, or like some like Blackbeard will be there or whatnot. But we all totally forgot about the Iron Giant. What if the Iron Giant? Why? What if the Iron Giant comes and does something to like
For me,
stop Saturn?
I think it would be because everyone connects Iron Giant with Ors, and Solar Bark, Luffy going Nightmare Luffy changing form.
I actually don't, because it makes to me it makes no sense that a guy that already has horns would put on a helmet with horns.
No. I'm talking about parallel symbolism.
Okay.
Of it, and the different stuff. And what we have with Ors was all physical. I'm wondering if the Iron Giant might know how to defend itself and fight, but I think it's information. It's going to say something. It has a message. Something, and you think about it, over 200 years at least, it's basically unfiltered information that even the Gorosei don't want it to come out. And I think that could be the big plot twist. Like, imagine it gives information about the dates that Chaka explained how they lied about the dates, or what if it says the name of the ancient kingdom, or why is it mentions that it talks about Emu? Like maybe
I feel like it's probably not going to talk, to be honest.
I mean, for me, honestly, I'm gonna say this: with all the Star Wars lore we're having it, and especially in this arc, don't you find it weird that we still don't get the "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope"? We still don't get thing with a message stuff like that, and I think the Iron Giant could be the perfect conduit to that. There's a message among it, If you guys talk about a tone dial, what if?
So you're saying the Iron Giant is the big R2D2? I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, and if you think about it, what if? And I'm not saying, but the Iron Giant does have a similar,
Okay, who's
metal
Yoda?
thing you could say.
Who's Yoda then?
Yeah. No, but
Yoda is Oda.
Imagine like someone.
Yeah.
Imagine someone knew they would fail. Imu did something. Lily, Toki, could be anyone from all those years ago.
Yeah.
Recorded a message, and it's in the Iron Giant, waiting until it can reach the right person.
By the way, Is Oda a
That'd be
fan?
hilarious.
Is Oda a fan of Astro Boy, by the way? Because like,
Probably.
Dr. Slump,
He's-
Astro Boy, and Star Wars, I'm sure is a huge inspiration.
He's
for him
gone
for
on
this.
to say he doesn't know of anyone who's a bigger fan of manga and anime.
okay,
Yeah.
So 100% Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay. Because like obviously Atlas is designed after Astro Boy, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I say that to people, but even so, people saw in Atlas Astro Boy in it. You know who else? Who I saw in York in Atlas the first time as well. Not only Astro Boy, the main character of Dr. Slump, that small girl.
Oh,
Asura, I
not
forgot her
Doctor
name.
Slump again.
Oh,
Oh my
Arare?
god,
Arare?
no, please,
Is it?
no.
Yeah, Raleigh, yeah.
We were talking about that some days ago. I don't know why
What?
everyone likes Doctor Slump.
No, but you know why? You
I
know why
don't.
Dr. Slump is very. You know why it's very interesting. One of the biggest story of Dr. Slump is a crossover where Son Goku
I know.
and Krillin go and Bulma meet Dr. Slump in a rally, and they have their own adventure.
Yeah.
That's why it's interesting, you know.
Stop there.
That's why I think that
Please do,
that kind of interested me.
Don't
You think so?
don't do it. No Dr. Slump talk here. That when I saw that made me angry as a child.
Why?
Like,
Why?
Son Goku.
No, wait,
Son
wait. Let's
Goku
get involved
having
in it. Why do you hate
Son
Dr.
Goku
Slump?
having
Why do you hate
trouble
Dr.
with
Slump?
that freaking robot girl that has a fucking poop on a stick. No, that was too much for me to bear. No, I couldn't handle
Yeah.
that. That's unacceptable to me.
Oh, isn't there like a twin with like wings in Dr. Slump as well? We get
Dude, it's
that in
been so long,
Scapia.
Dr. Slump.
Oh my
I
God.
completely forgot.
This is my stream. I forbid you from talking about Dr. Slump. As much as I like
Oh, walk down memory lane, bro.
Dragon Ball, but I hate this so much. This is such a goofy humor. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Slump.
no, but for me, for the Iron Giant, even though it's cool that it'd be very powerful, stuff like that, but I think the biggest plot to it, it says something because it's that old that it can actually, anything it could say could be, if Robin hears a message, it's going to be game changer. Until the message 200 years ago, Robin might even glue it in because Robin has so much knowledge from all the polyglot reading she's done. You know?
Yeah. I can see that.
And it would be also something like I'm convinced the reason why Toki went 800 years in the future wasn't to wait Joy Boy. It was to relay an information that they didn't write in poneglyphs. It would make sense, you know. The information that's game changer, don't write it down. You know, someone will give you the information, you know. So it would make sense that why not use a robot as well?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Can
it
I-
makes sense that if it's powered by like, you know, the drums of liberation, that would come at an opportune moment, right? Because it can only be reactivated when that happens again.
No, can I ask something else? Like, how is Bonnie so proficient with almost every weapon she touches? She can use guns, swords, sticks.
Do you think it has anything to do with the alternate?
But we don't see hear her like saying something like alternate reality sword
No,
master
but what
Bonnie
if
or
she's
something
done it? What if she's done it before?
Oh, and you think?
So
Oh,
then
and she
she's-
can remember. Oh, like
Yeah.
Neo? That's hilarious.
Like retains the memory, like the
I-
body retains muscle memory or something.
I can do kung fu now.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Can you
would.
imagine?
That's hilarious. I like that.
This is why I would love for her to be in the crew. But
Yeah, I want her to
Like-
be in the crew.
she would just be the most interesting character that would like be a
Yeah.
good combination to all the characters.
Firstly, that, and secondly, because I can finally go to Mr. Bushido and tell him that he can F off with his stupid carrot theory.
My thing is, same thing I said about Yamato. That's
Shout
why
out to Mr.
Yamato,
Bushido.
joining or
Yeah,
not,
shout out.
she fitted all the thing. The one thing Bonnie needs to have is in her flashback, like in her storyline, her actually expressing a dream that she has. Because let's not
Sorry,
forget,
can you
that's
say
the
that
one
again?
thing.
Her dream is
I said
meeting
the-
Nika.
No,
And
like
her
her
dad.
expressing, no, but having that, every Straw had that. A moment in a flashback or in a thing they express something against the entire world. Like when everyone's saying against them, like to give up, and she expressed that dream. Robin had that, Usopp had that, Luffy had that, even Jinbei had that in that backstory with Fisher Tiger. A moment in the thing, eyes on a flashback on the thing. That's the only thing that Bonnie needs. She expresses that dream that comes from her heart, and I'm sure she'll join the crew, because that's the theme of the crew. They're all inspired by their dreams. That's something I think Oda will never change. I mean, if he changes, he'll have to explain it, you know. I'm just saying, but because I do really like Bonnie, I just feel like she would need the dream. We need to know what's her, like the dream, the conclusion she came to, and especially now that she saw Kuma's backstory, entire backstory, her dream might have she might have had a different dream, like seeing Nika. I mean, and then maybe having a different dream about that now.
If Kuma's dream, right, was that he wished that one day he could see Luffy becoming the hero who saves the world, right? So we see people inheriting dreams all the time. Can we assume that maybe Bonnie will inherit that dream and be like, look, I'm gonna stand by Luffy, who is Nika, right? Essentially, I'm gonna stand by him and watch as he saves the world, and I'm gonna aid him in this journey.
For me, I think it has to do about, you know, at one point she was reading all those books and talking about Skypiea. I think it'll be something about that. Like there's something about it, and she's gonna say, and maybe Nika needs to go there. Maybe she's gonna say, my dream is to reach that place, like reach Laugh Tale, because she was something about Laugh Tale. And then you realize that. I
mean, that was part of her dream as well, right? To travel the world.
Yeah, travel the world. But then, like I said, a lot of people have stated stuff. At least for the Straw Hats, their dream is something that comes out of their heart. They're crying, they're bawling, or they're upset, and they're saying what it is. You know.
So you're saying we need that particular moment.
We need that specific thing, because we've had many people, like, think of Kaido and Big Mom. Big Mom has said like 3 different dreams. You know.
I mean, I wonder if there will be a moment where, like, the Straw Hats are like, all right, you know, we've done all this stuff in Egghead, let's go. Bye, Bonnie. And then, you know, Bonnie's like, wait, don't leave me behind. You know, like, I need to be with you. And maybe it'll be like a parallel to when Luffy shouted to Ace and was like, I need to stick around you because there's no one else, kind of thing. Because she's lost her crew, she's lost her parents, she's lost everything. She's on her own.
Yeah, then from... Oh yeah, sorry. Go, Mark.
I don't want to say it's obvious, because I don't like when people like act like they know from the start, right? But yeah, I would say it's giving away a lot that Bonnie, was it in the beginning of the newest chapter? I hope Andy's not here. That she says, wait, what did she say that? That she says.
She wants to meet Nika.
Yes, and how Daddy would like that to see her.
Yeah.
Wait, where was that panel?
She was saying like, oh, imagine if I can tell Daddy that, like, oh, I met Nika on that so-and-so island, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Where was that panel? Bring me more food.
It's quite early on. It's page 3.
Really? Oh my god, I'm so bad at finding panels. It's ridiculous.
It's just after the panel where the ship is up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're gonna take a slow take, then I want to look for Nika too. Imagine Daddy's face when I tell him I found Nika at so-and-so island. Don't you think he'd be thrilled? This will happen. After all the talk now, I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced. Like, yes, this switch exists. Kuma will come to his senses. Probably it will be the last time, because he obviously has to die a hero's death or something like that. But he will see Luffy in Gear 5 and Bonnie beside him. And then he knows, like, that she's with Nika.
Yeah, that will be a sight to see. Oda is insane, right?
Kuzo, to answer to what you said before, what you said about Bonnie, like, she has nowhere to place, dude, that's not, I'll say this, that's not being part of the crew, that's just being Johnny and Yosaku. For me, the part of the crew is she gives up her own crew and she's part of the Straw Hats, you know, it becomes her identity.
Mm.
That's what I meant by that aspect. Like, I do see her being on the next islands with them.
Yeah.
I didn't. She'll be on the trip because there's nothing else she can do,
Nah.
and that close connection they're making.
Mm.
But being part of the crew, I do think that she needs to have that dream expressed, at one point,
Mhm.
Agreed.
specific one.
Agreed, but I don't like. No, she will not be the female Law. No, 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 no.
Oh yeah. It's just an analogy. Don't worry.
I
Yeah.
don't want that. Like, Law's cool and all, but there was more than enough, and he expressed his will more than enough that he's like has his own agenda and whatnot.
Mhm.
So, but with everything we know now, that Bonnie, she's still a child. She's looking for her daddy and for Nika and all that. And no matter how tough she's acting and how major she appears to be, she's still that child. Like, how old is she? 10? She turned 10, right?
Maybe 12 now.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, should be 12 with the time skip, right?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, but no, because Jenny reappeared with body 12 years
yeah.
ago as a baby, so we assume that she's 12
So
years old.
yeah, she's like a 12-year-old child. No way in hell like she will go on her own way like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
But-
if this came out actually on her birthday? Like, the character's birthday. That would have been pretty epic.
When was that
I
again?
also-
September 1st, so it's
Oh.
not even close.
But Oda is. He already admitted that he's bad with like,
Really?
like holding his own time
Right,
lines and all that.
Yeah, that's for sure, yeah. I was gonna say, I do still feel that there's going to be a Ginny twist reveal, because I do feel like it's interesting that York betraying become a Celestial Dragon, and Ginny was taken and kept captive by Celestial Dragon for 2 years. Then then we don't get anything else, as she just dies. There's nothing more to it. And I do feel like there could be a twist, like we don't even know what Ginny's dream was. And I do feel like some of the stuff that Bonnie's able to do, it could be her. You were talking about Kuzo, how she has easiness to do stuff. It reminds me of a 13-year-old Ginny who's able to wiretap government feeds,
Yeah.
send them to the rest of the world, find out about secret devil foods, how they work, knowing their information. Something I know we talked about. She was 13 years old. So I do feel like there's going to be a Ginny reveal.
She was an epic character.
Yeah, so I feel like there's
Yeah,
a Ginny,
for
there's a Ginny reveal. I think there's going to be a Ginny reveal information pretty soon.
Something, yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. That would be nice.
Talking about that, a kind of switch of topic right now, but wasn't there supposed to be like another statement from Oda from the Jump Festa or whatever there was like last weekend? Do we already?
Yeah, he's already done it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what did he say? I didn't find anything on Twitter or whatever.
What I remember, he kind of addressed all the different sort of projects he's been working on, right? He said Film Red was a success, Opla was awesome.
Yeah.
He then at the very bottom sort of addressed some stuff about the manga, and he said something along the lines of, if they manage to all survive Egghead, then Luffy clearly wants to go to that next island, Elbaf. But
okay. So there was no big
Oda was
reveal or anything like that.
no, there was. And then Oda goes, I didn't really want to. He said no. He thought about not actually taking him to Elbaf, but then he said that he doesn't know if he can stop Luffy from going there. And then
that's a funny line.
yeah, and then I think the final thing he said was something along the lines of, there's going to be a battle between that guy and that guy, with a surprising conclusion.
He's coming up with that guy and that guy again. Oh
Yeah.
my god! What was
So-
it the last time when he said this? I hope this guy doesn't die or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Probably.
What was that about? Wasn't that about?
Do you remember, Cube?
Please don't. No, I
Yeah.
don't want. No, don't say that. I know exactly what you mean. I don't want users Captain Mid to actually like
no, but anyways,
go back to Shanks and
I think
no.
No. I don't think. I don't think it's Shanks. I think it's a plot twist. I think it's going to be a fight with Dragon and someone.
It's Luffy.
Because we're all
Kid will
thinking
defeat Luffy
it's
and become
either
king
it's
of the pirates.
because everyone is expecting that this is the big, because he's like even the thing of Elbaf. That's why he's been more convinced that I think there could be a different another island just before Elbaf. But regardless, him even stating that fight, and last year he predicted a fight with a red hair pirate, and then Shanks did have like some feet, and we're all expecting now either Blackbeard or Shanks, or the Blackbeard and Shanks a fight that we're all expecting that to happen. And I feel the biggest twist is we're finally going to see Dragon getting into a fight with someone. That would be the biggest twist. Because they're pushing the Dragon agenda this entire year. It's crazy. So I think it's Dragon.
It is the year of the dragon.
It would make sense.
Wait, this year or next year?
Next year, I think, coming up. Yeah.
I was born in the year of the dragon too, by the way.
So you're turning 36 or something?
You know when my birthday is?
I've already forgotten. I'm terrible.
Oh my god! Yeah, don't worry, me too. So wait, you are the pig?
Me? Don't call me a pig. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
Bruh.
Oh
no, no, I'm baby dragon.
Baby dragon, you wish.
And it's true, guys.
No, I am a baby dragon. I'm Snake.
And it's true.
Okay.
2024 is the year of the dragon. Think about it. 2024 is also the year of the dragon. I think it might actually be dragon instead of Shanks or Blackbeard. It's too obvious. Shanks or Blackbeard.
Yeah, that would be too obvious for sure.
Wait,
because,
why Blackbeard?
No, because he's saying that fight between that guy with that guy. So everyone's going for the obvious people. Like on Reddit, the list is Shanks, Blackbeard, or Mihawk. They're going for the obvious ones.
Okay, guys. In Wano, we get Twin Dragon, right? We get Momo and Kaido. What if it's the battle of two dragons? Year of the Dragon. Hello?
I'm listening.
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking about what you.
We're listening.
Yeah. I literally was like thinking what you
are. Are you guys streamers or what? Are you guys streamers or what?
I'm sorry. I was thinking about what you could imply there, like.
No, because when you said it, you know what it made me think? Because I saw I'm a big believer, and it's not the end of Kaido and Big Mom. It would be a very interesting showcase to show Dragon's ability by having Dragon face off with Kaido, and Dragon just demolishing him, showing that there's still a difference between Luffy's level and Dragon's level.
I mean, there are some people who are pretty disappointed in what Dragon showed until now. From what I've
people just don't have patience. It's fine.
Agreed. I totally agree with you there. But I saw some people expressing their.
Although to be fair, right, it's pretty ridiculous that we're saying they need to have patience when it's been 20 years.
Oh, I mean.
No, but also, if you think of the story of One Piece and what Dragon's trying to. It's normal that it takes time for the dragon stuff.
Yeah, no, Oda's basically a chess player. He's setting up the pieces.
Yeah, but who decided the dub voice for Dragon in Japanese? I've never really paid attention to that, but today my wife was like, "Why does he have such a weird dub?" And I'm like, "Wait, actually, you're right. He sounds like a fucking grandpa, or something like that."
Oh, the dub is weird.
He has a voice. His voice is it's interesting.
I've never heard the dub.
It sounds a bit like Yoda. Banana.
But
that's crazy.
But also, Kuzo, I'm gonna say this, or Marth and Kuzo, people are never happy. Think about this, right? They're saying, "Oh, Dragon is not acting like Luffy. Luffy would have already acted." Look what happened to Kid in Law. What the people said? Why do people think they could act like Luffy? They're never happy.
The thing is,
they said the opposite for Kid in Law.
The thing is, personally, I'm someone who says, however a story is written, it's the thing of the author to decide what the fuck happens to the story. And yes, fans can be happy or not happy about how it is written, but in the end, it's the author's decision, and it's and there are people who are but I am entitled to have to be upset
and then they go on to say, "Oh, Oda is trash."
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
no,
don't understand these people.
I don't mean that. Like I don't even care about these people, but I know like some streamers or like
Right.
people who are very invested in this, and they when they are
Yeah.
like upset with something like or a character that they expected more of, and then they express their
Mm,
disappointment about it, and I can
mm-hmm.
see why they say that, and they are like, yeah, I say
Yeah.
that because I'm so invested in this and I expected more of it, but I'm
Mm,
more on the side of like. Give it time, like you wait, and I'm probably too easy forgiving as well. I don't know, but also the fake out devs, they don't bother me at all because I totally
yeah.
understand why Oda's like that. I would have a hard time killing loved characters as well.
Yeah.
So,
No,
um,
because he said it himself. Like when he's drawing sad scenes, like
yeah,
he is just bawling. He's crying hard
yeah.
out,
So
and he's
exactly.
he's as much of a fan of his own work as anyone else, maybe
S-
the biggest fan.
but there are people who don't like to hear that when you say stuff like, yeah, I mean it's his decision and give it time or whatever. Then they are so passionate about this that they won't even accept this or like
Super
your
passionate.
attitude. But it's people are different, and as I
The
said, my
only reason One Piece is as good as it is because Oda is keeping true to what he believes in as an
yes,
author and just going right ahead, not listening to all the naysayers,
and
all of the people going,
there
"You
are
should do this or
very
that."
exactly agreed, and there are very rare moments where you can tell that that he got advised to change something or
Yeah,
like
and
do
it's
something
actually
different.
backfired, right?
And it's exactly it's moments like this, for example Chopper, that in my opinion
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah,
fucked up since it became a mascot. And
Garp as well in the One Piece live action.
yeah,
That was another thing,
oh, you
and
agree on
Shanks'
this
arm.
too? Finally someone who agrees with me on this. Like I don't like how they handled Garp and Kobe and all that in the live action. I
It was
don't.
questionable. It
I
was
think.
questionable.
I mean, I understand why they do it, so they
Yeah.
can highlight them a bit more or whatever. But like, it's not like this at all in the normal story. Like, you don't see them for ages.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get to see more of characters like Usopp's development.
Yeah,
We saw more of Garp's development, which was confusing anyway. Like
and
when he's like
exactly.
growling like a dog at one point, like a wild dog. I don't
but
know. Like,
this is why I think this is the one of the thing I think the anime doesn't do it as good. But the manga can do it. But
But we
if you
talk
read
about
some of
live
the
action and disappears. Sorry, Kus. Cube, keep going.
yeah, so if you've seen the original, the first three SBS about the Garp, he does a lot of. He has one or two where he talks about Garp's duality as a Marine, and I
in the
remember I
SBS.
think that didn't. Sorry.
In the SBS, did you say?
Yeah, in some SBS, yes, and I know one of them. He literally two sides to Garp, and it's not my head kind of Garp is rocks. Obviously, it's not that. But and I
There's
like the fact that
this.
those moments where he was a Marine, but he was proud of Luffy. I like those moments because it
Mm,
with those SBS in mind, it makes a lot of sense. Because the thing in the anime, he seems too cut and dry. Marine
mm,
Ford is the only time where we see him having a real struggle with it.
yeah,
Before that, you feel like he's happy with
But
everything that's happening in the world.
but Cube, there are many
yeah, for sure.
characters like that in One Piece that like rarely get shown, and then you have to live with what you have seen so far from them. And but I'm still under my opinion is at least that even characters that like have not so many appearances, Oda is so good in still making them believable and like fitting them with life. Even if you through the entire manga have maybe seen 5 panels with them, so
Yeah.
I don't agree with you there on that part. I mean, I see why you say that about Garp, but
No. I'm not. No, I'm just. No, I'm just saying why I liked it.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
of this BS
it's
of
all right.
the duality.
It's totally
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah,
totally
yeah.
understand it. I don't
Yeah,
want to
and I
trash your
understand your
opinion
side as
either.
well.
It's cool. Like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
thinks differently about things like that. But for me,
yeah,
I didn't like it so much.
yeah. I can understand as well the opposite. I do understand the opposite. I just
Yeah,
but
because
I think
as
also
it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I think it did turn out all right, but I can understand why Oda had so much reservations about changing it the way it was changed.
but the thing is, what I don't like about it is there's so much emphasis on Garp and Kobe there and all that like
Mm,
characters that are that like played a rather big role, like Don Creek, for example, get just like swept to the side. Like he was like a major villain at this part
I
of
mean,
the story.
even Jin, right?
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
exactly.
Hey,
Hey, this.
Hey,
We
Liz.
just started talking about it, the live action 10 minutes ago, and yeah,
And then I drop in. Okay.
Yeah,
makes
that's-
sense.
Yeah, we summoned you. We always do that with you,
Yeah,
Liz. You're some
kinda,
sort
yeah.
of
I just read the chapter.
Alright.
It was so amazing.
it is.
Oh my god.
Does somebody of you know the third Lion King movie where Timon and Pumbaa essentially relived the whole story, but from their viewpoint? It
Wait,
felt exactly like that. with
There are
Kumba.
more. Wait, there are more than one Lion King movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
The second one is about the child, about
Oh my god.
the Lion
The daughter.
King,
Yeah.
and the third one is the first story, but from the perspective of.
Oh my
Timon
god.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
No, you're right though. We see like even when the Straw Hats in front of Arc, they say "Go to hell,"
Yeah,
and we see it all from the point of view of Kuma
yeah.
because they're all staring directly at the camera,
Yeah.
and that's really interesting.
I really love that because we all must be reminded that we are the one of the few readers that really are completely into this stuff, and most of the readers forgetting about characters and plot lines and stuff. So
Mhm.
it's cool to have such an summarizing chapter as well, because I think the big thing will happen in the next few chapters, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it will be revealed that Foxy was a Celestial Dragon.
Stop. Stop.
By the way, Kuzo, I was thinking of,
Yeah.
you know, with everything that's happening right now and think of Parallels, where you were thinking about, you know, you were talking about the fight with the two dragons, and I thought of Dragon and
Mhm.
Kaido, right? And I was
Yeah.
thinking if there's a moment where Dragon and Kaido were mentioned at the same time. Actually, there's
Were they
one
really?
where, yeah, they're both mentioned, but they're never shown. Marineford. Their name dropped in Marineford, both of them, but they never. Dragon is mentioned being Luffy's son, Luffy's father.
Yeah.
And Kaido is mentioned that he was supposed to come, but Shanks stopped him, and Shanks pulled up. So Dragon and Kaido are the only ones. Who,
Interesting. I mean, my initial thought was going to be a celestial dragon, like, you know.
ooh, Dragon taking
I
out
was
Celestial
think-
Dragon, that would be big. That would be big.
I mean, if it was one of the Gorsa, that would be just a bit too insane. I don't know if Oda will go down that route, but what if it was one of the Holy
Maybe a
Knights or
Holy Knight.
something, for example?
Maybe a
Yeah,
Holy
that
Knight.
could be kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, Kaido would be interesting as well, for sure. I can't really think off the top of my head with any other characters.
Because he would have to showcase Dragon's ability, and what better than showing a faster effectiveness for taking out Kaido by Dragon than Luffy.
I
This
agree.
would be able to
I
see
agree
the
with
difference.
you. I agree with you, Cube. That I also think they are not done yet, Big Mom and
Yeah.
Kaido. But I think they won't come back so soon. And I think when they come back, they in my opinion at least, they will like have some kind of surprising role. Like there's a major battle going on, and suddenly these two appear and start having like making havoc among the other pirates, something like that. I don't think they will have another big moment like.
Plot
I
twist.
don't think they're going to be like a
Plot
proper
twist.
enemy anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
plot twist. Big Mom. Plot twist. Big Mom and Kaido are going to become the next Mr. Two and the next Bellamy.
But here's the thing, right? I mean, remember what Mihawk said at Marineford, which is that
Yeah,
Luffy's greatest strength is the ability to turn
yeah.
enemies into allies.
I completely
It's
agree.
basically
I see that
Dragon
for
Ball
Kaido,
Z.
but I don't see it for Big Mom. She was
Maybe-
cursing them to hell.
Maybe both said, okay, we always want to get the One Piece. If we're not do it, we can't do it ourselves. Maybe by joining the Grand Fleet and then we indirectly get the One Piece.
I can see that
Or-
for Kaido, but not
or
for Big Mom.
give
Or
them
they
a
try
greater-
joining alliances to betray him, but never get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can also just give them a common goal, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
Giving them a common
I
enemy.
think this is my prediction. I think I know how Big Mom is to come back to the story, and I thought of it before
sorry.
it became actual in the story. When Luffy went after Whole Cake, and that was that huge newspaper of Big Nose Morgan, where he defeated Big Mom. When she saw the newspaper, all of them were talking about he's not already. Big Mom was the only Yonko, only person in everyone that was shown. She said, "How dare they say that he defeated me? Slanderous! I'm gonna take care of that Straw Hat boy, and also you, Morgan. I'm coming for you." And right now, Big News Morgan is with Vivi, so it'd be a very interesting way to put Big Mom in the story by going after Big News Morgan, and then it's Vivi with them, So then
Do
the
you
story.
think that'll be the first thing she'll do though? Like, wouldn't she?
She
other
vowed.
stuff?
She vowed to go after Luffy and Big News Morgan.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
She vowed. She was really pissed off.
So,
Yeah,
do you think it could be possible that the ancient weapon could have to do something with Kaido and Big Mom's change of heart?
So I think this definitely for Kaido is going to be something to do with Joy Boy, since we hear stories about how Kaido, the name itself means Joy Boy in Japanese or something. I don't know where people have been getting that because but that's interesting as well. Obviously, he also has a tie in the story anyway about wanting to have become Joy Boy, so I think that will be his connection. With Big Mom, I don't know.
I really after Punk Hazard, I always waited for Chopper to try to heal Big Mom in any way. You know what I mean? So and I even thought of what was the ninja girl that turns people into slim versions, no, into older versions.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Shinobu. Shinobu something.
Yeah, Shinobu.
Yeah.
Shinobu. Yeah. She's a ninja. Shinobu.
She could turn both of them into old people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they would be like grumpy little old timers that can't beat everyone, but they can still fight. Essentially.
I mean, there was still.
Don't forget, guys. There's something that Saint Carlos is the only one, but you could say it did have an. There's a lot of cases where people did shorts where, if you look at it, most of the major villains who got taken out by Luffy, like actual taken out, they get a replenish of their wills, their dreams. Bellamy, you've got with Crocodile. Even the Flamingo is very happy with the ambition. Like many times Luffy's punches, like, I don't know, it gives them like a will of fire in a sense that comes back into them. So it could be with Kaido that his like, I need to wait for Joy Boy to defeat me has changed to, he's more like the young Kaido he once was, in terms of ambition.
I keep crushing the topics, but I'm just looking at this panel here, and turns out on the stream, and turns out Dragon isn't as a deadbeat dad as everyone thought. Because Sabo says...
no particular reason, just visiting my son.
Exactly, like Sabo's asking, why is he going there? And he gives no particular reason as answer. Like, if he has no reason, why would he go there? He knows that Luffy will have to go there.
I just think he wants to see him for himself win.
Exactly. So he actually was interested in Luffy.
No, he's an absentee father. Like, absentee father doesn't mean deadbeat. It's someone... You're just not present in your son's life, but you're still making sure that,
Yeah,
the necessity,
that's what I mean. But many people say like Dragon is not interested in him. But I think this panel shows that he actually is interested in him.
It's also not that uncommon in Japan as well for dads to not be around that much just because of work and stuff. So I'm just like there is a bit of a cultural difference maybe.
Yeah.
And I remind people, if you think really that Dragon did not care at all about Luffy, the story would have ended in Lockdown. Luffy arrested. Luffy was not going to get away from Smoker. He couldn't get away from the Logia powers. It was over for him.
So
just to go back to
I'm still in the team of that was really completely luck on Luffy's term. I really would love that Dragon can't do lightning things and such, and it was just
I mean, my theory that, Luffy has mink lineage, right? So, him summoning lightning, would it be far-fetched if he could do like a high level of Electro or something?
Yeah. How does that guy know how to put on lipstick?
He's Big Mom's lover.
That's it. That's exactly how you put on lipstick. It's written in fat writing. That's exactly how you put on lipstick.
No, I
Yeah.
think he was just supporting her in what she did. Like if some kid makes her own makeup, he would say, "Oh yes, kid, yes, that looks good."
I don't know.
But
I'm
I
I'm
don't,
Yeah.
I'm
you know
I'm
what I
I'm
mean?
super fucking paranoid. I can see
And
that meaning something.
I saw all the theories about her related to Big Mom and such, and it's just
Oh
because
yeah.
both
Yeah.
of them
Yeah,
never really grew up and can't really do makeup.
and have pink hair. But I like that this theory didn't came true. Like
And
we don't need another
it's 1000%
Charlotte.
with Big Mom the same way, I guess, with lipstick. She can't draw it either, so it looks like that 100%.
Mm. I mean, Oda also sort of often makes references to card suits, right? So I wonder if Bonnie has something to do with the Queen of Hearts or something as well.
Yeah. Also, isn't like the makeup for geishas also like this kind of small
Very
mouth?
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
wait. Star Wars.
Yeah. Same.
Queen
Yeah. You're right.
Armadillo?
Yes,
Armadillo?
Yes. Yeah.
Armadillo?
Yeah. Or
So
Padme.
also think about. I don't know if you spoke about the Queen of Hearts. I don't know if it was reference to that, but don't forget, who is the Queen of Hearts as well? The villain in Alice in Wonderland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Damn. I
All
forgot
right.
about Natalie Portman.
I. How can you forget about her?
No, as in her
You know who
being
else?
Queen Armadillo.
You know who else was missing a heart in his organization? It was symbolized with a red heart. The flamingo, the seat, the Corazon seat. It was a red heart on it, just like Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
Queen of Hearts.
Before this gets out of hand, I hate to stop you guys on the stream. We can keep talking when I like.
Yeah, sure.
But it's
No, I have to go back to work.
It's,
I'm
yeah, it's
supposed to
also
be
it's 2 a.m. now, and I probably should
Yeah,
go to
that was-
bed. So,
I was-
so
I mean, you guys are all in Europe, so that's really.
So
lucky,
yeah,
you
let me
guys.
end the stream real quick. Thank you guys for being here in the voice chat with me. Like, was a pleasure as always. Thanks for everyone who's still there in the chat. Thanks to everyone who was there and chatted for a bit. And there's a break next week, so thank God at least I don't have to react and can like focus on the other stuff I'm planning. For anyone who's still here and interested in the One Piece TCG, I ordered this stuff. So not sure yet if I will make a video or a live stream with that. I will decide.
Please do another live stream where you just butcher it.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so don't know when. I'm working on the video for the Dragon Vlog next one, so stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, thanks for being here again.